So granite.
That one's dead too, but it's working right now.
Okay. All right. We saw the photos. What do you think? How's that compared to the subject property? Inferior or superior?
Way better.
I love it. Okay, so the subject's a 3. Would you give that one?
4.
4? Okay. I agree. Okay. Now, while we're on it, lot disposition. What would you say? So you might sometimes you have to go check the map real quick, again, just to refresh your memory. It's okay to do that, right?
You don't do a dollar amount?
Oh yeah, I do. I'm sorry.
So the 1 to 5 doesn't exist
Okay.
anymore?
It does, but only for the subject. Yeah. So okay. So let's while we're here, interior upgrade. Okay. You guys see that? Would you say that's equal to? His is over here and looks that way, right? I mean, it's on the course, no neighbor on the side of you.
I would say equal. Might even
Maybe
be better
slightly
because of the
better,
tennis
but-
court, but
Slightly better, but
some people's
still
opinion is different.
4.
But it's facing west rather than east?
So let's say they're both good. Would you give it it should be a dollar amount. Because as Ali pointed out, there's a dollar amount, not just a number, I guess, okay?
0?
You think it's equal across the board, or do you think it's a dollar amount? Better?
Per lot?
I'd say it's slightly better.
I'd say so too, probably, right? Because there's the one on one side of you, and you're on the course, and you have the tennis court back there too, if you get long. And I think you have some shade there too, so you have oleanders or something to look like. So, I'd probably say, it's going to be minimal, I think. At the most, probably 10, I'd probably say like $7,500. Right? For Sunnyside.
Yeah.
And where do you come up with that number?
That's just...
literally.
Yeah, it's just experience of doing it, right? Because when you got to think about how builders, when they sell their lots, when they first build the community out, right? What's the lot premium for certain areas and certain price points, right? And once you get more familiar with that, it just becomes kind of like,
Okay.
I would say.
The continuing education has helped you, right, Kelly?
It has. Oh yeah. No, it has not.
Sure.
Experience actually doing deals helps. Okay. So and sitting in people's living rooms, that kind of stuff. All right. So Merry Christmas. I'm gonna bring for it now. So subject
7,500.
Subject is
That's what you
worse.
said. Oh.
So you
Minus.
700. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's superior.
Yes.
Right? The comp is superior, so we're minusing to bring it down. That makes sense? The comp is superior. The comp is superior, right? So it's a minus. Got it?
The interior.
The comp is superior for the lot disposition. Okay?
So you're minus.
Now we're here.
Because
plus
one of
4.
the comps has a little
Okay,
bit
so
of a
the
lot.
interior upgrades, what do you guys think of the interior upgrades? How much better? How much money?
Just
15.
disposition.
Or 20.
Okay, how you do this is for interior upgrades, guys. If you look at this and you say, okay, if this is if to get the comp, or excuse me, to get the subject property to be as good as the comp, okay, what would that cost? And say construction costs approximately. Let's say it will cost $25K, okay, whatever, right? It's going to be a percentage of that. Again, it's going to be a percentage off of that. It's going to be probably around like 60, 65, 66% of that value. Okay? So if it's 25, 15's about right in the wheelhouse there. Okay? So this one probably would say the comp, again, the comp is superior, right? So you're bringing it down 15K to the subject
Do
property.
we think it was going to cost about 40 grand to fix it?
About 25 is what you said.
25? Okay.
I think it's fair. I think it's fair.
Like all floors. We just didn't really look that.
Yeah, we don't think hard, did we?
So 22,000.
Okay, Alan, you're a C.
22,000 just
Killing me.
22,000 just for the floors probably, because I did $10 a square foot, because those are
Yeah,
the removal of that is going to be extremely hard. Or
So you
labor.
got floors, you got bathrooms.
So I think flooring is going to be 20,000.
You could be at 50 actually. This deal pretty easy, I guess.
Yeah. When we spoke with them after looking at the pictures and the comps to bring it up to today's standard, we thought anywhere between 45 and 55,000.
Be a nice place though, huh?
Oh, it would be a dream house.
Okay, Cortez, next one. Photos. Here we go.
Still better, but not as nice as the other.
20 by 20 tile. They did a great tile job, but it's just different styles.
Yeah. Bathrooms are done.
They did a paver.
So to get the subject property to that property, how much money?
Pretty much the same as well. Maybe a little less.
A little less, right? I would say.
About 30.
That was not as nice as the last one we just saw, but
I can't remember.
so I would say, yeah, 25. Okay. oops, sorry, lot disposition. Over here, let's go over here. That one did what? Do you remember?
Had pavers. It didn't have a view from what we saw.
No,
North south? Oh yeah,
no golf course view.
nothing.
Just neighbors.
So lot disposition is a lot inferior, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot inferior, so it's inferior to the subject property, which means you're probably looking at plus,
+5.
oh no,
7,500.
more than that.
20?
I'd say about 20,
Oh, really?
Okay.
yeah.
So you think his lot brings him an additional 20,000 roughly?
Let me ask you a question, Kevin. If you're a buyer, okay, and you're like, hey, I would like to have some privacy or some open green in my backyard and not have anyone staring at my backyard neighbor, and you had a house that was exactly the same right next to each other across the street, right? One's the golf course and all this, other one's a 2-story behind you.
20,000 is fair.
Yeah, I do that all day long.
Okay.
Well, now, could be 12.5 or even those 10 maybe, sure. That's where the opportunity comes in, right? That's where you can place on the numbers. If you don't like the end result, you can go back here and you can change the
You can
right?
change that one
There you
to
go.
fix it
We
up a
need to
little
send this to
bit.
Kurt after.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, I feel like I've called him twice already, corrected myself.
all right,
I'll look
photos?
for them. Yeah.
Here we go, this is the 1989 special right here. Right, that's a full-blown remodel. So Kevin, what's the full-blown remodel cost? This deal, 26 a foot?
I would say, yeah, 25 to 26. 25 on the high end, because that one doesn't have any hard doesn't have the,
Okay, so what's the,
Removal
so
of the
25
carbon
what's
square
times
footage.
1764.
1764 times,
25 times
There you go.
64.
so you pull that up,
44,000.
Perfect. and lot disposition, inferior as well.
Yeah.
You're right in the cluster there of all the.
Another 20.
What's that,
I'd say number 20.
equation?
So a lot
20 to
disposition here,
$25 per square foot.
so we go plus,
You gotta do plus or minus
20.
for the flooring if it's really bad flooring.
okay, so we're saying 40, you said 45?
44 or 45, you can round it.
So 45, so let's go, what's about
6
2/3 of that?
2.65
What was that, 32?
times 0.65.
Oh, okay.
28 for 0.65.
What is it?
28,600.
So you do 65% of.
That's what he
Right around there,
said.
65, 66, it's between 60 and 66 right in there, you know, typically. Okay, so there we go. Now for the fun part, let's see what it spits out. Okay, so you get all the little calculations right here. These all do include the adjustments, okay? And then next step. There you go.
Oh, wait, that was even lower than what we.
Okay, so now, let's say you
Not
say,
too far off though.
let's
We
say,
said 435.
yeah, and you might be right. Let's say you say, well, you know what, that was kind of harsh on the lot disposition adjustment, right? This is where we can play with it, okay? So let's say we'll do 10, because I'm
Just
just
see what
too
happens.
brutal, yeah. So we go 10 here, okay? If your upgrades, was that too brutal? You
I think
good there?
I think the 36,000
How is
for
the first one 36 and the last one's 28?
because the first one's superior, right?
No,
The
it's right.
last two are like, or the last one was like a dump, and the subject's kind of.
Yeah, that one should be the most right here.
Yeah.
Well, that one should be the least, right? Because it's the most comparable to the subject, because they're both dumps.
Oh, wait a minute. That's wrong. Hold on. The subject property is superior to the last one, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so it should
Yeah,
be a
so it should be a
plus.
plus.
Yeah.
But is it that much superior?
Mm,
When they're both like
Well,
really
You're right,
ugly?
you're right, because the full remodel will be 28, you're
I'll
right.
probably say
Assuming
like
the subject was
15.
remodeled. So, good point, Connor. So, we're probably more like,
15.
yeah, right at the most.
That's what I was
Yeah, or
thinking.
like 10.
So it's plus 12.
Being nice would be
12.
15, huh?
Yeah, I'd say 12. That's
we
good catch,
oversaw-
Connor.
Yeah, good job.
Okay,
We
so
oversaw that.
this position. Alright, now let's see what happens. Come out here and you have to hit the recalculate button when you get there. Or just skip right to recommendation. Hit recalculate. So I'll change it to 422.
For the low end.
Okay.
It went from
Wasn't too
426 to
far off,
429.
But I mean, the range is.
All recommended.
It went up.
Yeah.
Went up a lot.
And if you add back the
I would
lot,
make the
it'll
seller
be higher
happy.
too.
Does that make sense? They'd be like, oh yeah, that looks sweet.
If you add back the what?
If you add back the lot disposition, because we discounted both those by 10,000,
Right.
so that would bring it probably to like 430, maybe, or 420.
It would, and then we could even see. Are we still good with that? Was that too high?
What were you saying? What did you think it was? What do you think?
Well, it's a superior property,
But that's 36,000 is
It's probably too high.
65%.
It's too steep.
25?
I think you'd probably be if we're
So
saying
we said 50,000, but it's not 50,000 because we're assuming the said property is fully remodeled. It's not.
it would probably be about 25,000, just like the other one underneath it, right?
But the
Maybe
27
It's
was
nicer.
better than, so it's probably like.
So this should be 25, and this one should be
Yeah.
20.
20,
There we go. I like that
fix
better.
it up.
Yep. This is what you gotta do, guys. You just gotta play a little bit. You're crazy if you think appraisers don't do this. I guarantee they do, because they magically end up at the contract price all the time.
Yeah, they just get the contract price somehow. There we go.
Yeah.
That's
There we
awesome.
go.
Looking
Nice.
pretty.
We're spot on when we finagle the numbers. I
We
mean,
were. I didn't do all those steps.
Well, I would argue that
I like that though.
that's the most accurate one right there.
Yeah.
You know, based upon our adjustments we did. So,
And when you present that to somebody, they're gonna be like, you know your stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because you guys see
Do
that.
you
Okay,
really?
so
see, that's the
awesome.
crazy
Now you
part,
come here,
is I
guys.
see that in my in my
Yeah.
head.
you check all these boxes. You can do default white. There's different things. You can different colors, right? They're not super super attractive on the eye.
Autumn.
Yeah. So you go to download. Let's go to preview this thing, and you see what it gets. So you get the PDF. Now, every time you print one of these things off, obviously print the color one off, right, for the client. We don't print the whole thing off though. We print everything all the way down until it gets to the comps, right? Those are just MLS sheets, right? There's no need to print all the MLS sheets, right? No one cares about that. It's a waste of paper. But I'll show you here. This is
You
the-
print everything, you just have print what's auto checked.
Oh, that's really cool.
I just missed
Yeah,
it, sorry.
everything. Yep,
Everything that's all checked,
Check all the
okay.
boxes.
Okay.
Yep. And then right here, so there's your little, hey, thank you for the opportunity, right? Your cover letter, right? That's why it's good to write some in that box that we talked about. It gives you a little map, which is nice, because you can talk about that with the client. Hey, look, here's the, and then like if it was active, it'd be green. If it was pending, it'd be yellow, right? So you can talk about that if you want to include other things in there, which is kind of cool. And then it gives these are the things I talked about when you say, look, these are the factors of a property or the aspects of a property that we adjust off of. We go down these things. You'll see that in a second, Mr. Client. And here's our comp. What's that look like? An appraisal. You guys ever seen an appraisal? I recommend you highly recommend, that you go look at the next house you close, ask for the appraisal from the lender, and just study it for a second. You'll learn a lot by doing that. I promise. Okay. And you see the adjustments, right? So you go down here and you see, here's the, close, and here's the adjustments plus minus for every single one, and you go through every single one and explain to the client, right? Like your square footage is 2280, so you're superior, Mr. Client. Awesome, good for you. That one's like 1853. So you got $35,000 credit for that. Cool, right? Oh, okay. Because they'll see this and go, if you don't do adjustments, guys, and they're smart, they'll go, well, hold on, you're comparing my house versus a house that's 1797 square feet. That's not comparable. My house is way better than that. It's worth way more.
That's what we had with Rick.
Right. And so you'll say, no, the adjustment's $38,000. Well, why is it only $39,000?
Yeah.
If you take 236 times the difference, that's like $100,000 because they don't adjust off of dollar for dollar, right? And you explain, you get a chance. It's like the tax code, right? You get a reduction, you get a write-off, you just not dollar for dollar on some things, right? It's like your tax, whatever. So, and you just go down every single one, no pool, which is no pool, right? Obviously, they all have the community, right? So you're nothing there. All parking spaces are the same, everything's equal. Oh, now we have a 3 and 4, but these are not 3s and 4s, and you can pull them on your iPad or your phone, right? Flex MLS and show them the photos. See, look. Okay, here's the adjustment. Now, what we're talking about here, Mr. Seller, is when you look at the adjustments, this house, even though it's sold at $437,450, adjusted against your house, is worth $436,650. This one, sold for $397,000, but adjusted against your house, $431,000, because your house is superior. You hype them up, right? This one, sold for $370,000, but guess what? Against your house, it's worth $439,600. Okay? And you just explain that process to them. And then you get a little price analysis, thing you can go through if you want, right? I don't want to spend too much time on this because that's just a bar graph that looks kind of cool, but whatever. And then you get this, right? And if you had actives or pendings, there'd be other bars around here too as well, but you can talk about this. This does include the adjustments included, except for this one. It's unadjusted, okay? So you can see those. And then I get right to the point, and our value is nice and tight right here, which usually doesn't come out that tight. It's a range of about $10,000, right? With a recommended right there in the middle. So, Mr. Jones, how can you dispute that? Well, my house is worth more. Okay, great. Tell me where I messed up. Right? Yeah, exactly.
We couldn't.
See, all your other realtors are bringing the list of comps. And they're saying, okay, now based on this one here, carry the one, you know, I think right here, right about here in the mid, right, that's where your house is worth, right? You know, and it's like, I can,
That's
hold
what
on,
I do.
let me do this. Yeah, that's your house is worth right there, right? You know, you got 10 comps, right? And everybody, you're separating yourself, even though you might actually get the same value they got. There's a reason that you can show them how you arrived at that number, right?
See, it's funny because we came up with almost the identical price for that, but it didn't go through that process. But this would mean so much more to that seller than just saying like, hey, based off my prior experience and me knowing the market and this and that, like
Just
me knowing
because,
it,
yeah.
this is the price.
Yeah.
But now it's like,
Yeah.
hey, with my knowledge and my ability to give you this appraisal style comparable market analysis, here's,
Yep.
you know.
But here's what I learned too is like this is hard. This will confuse a lot of people if you try to send it to them over the phone, right? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
go through it
well,
with them.
listen, if you think you sell my house for 400, then I'll meet with you, right? So send me over the data to prove that, or whatever, right? And you do this whole thing. It's going to take you an hour or so when you first start, right? And then he just discounts it because he doesn't get right. You really want to save this when you have a chance to have a face-to-face presentation with them, right? You really do, ideally. If not, you know, you can always plus waste your time, right? It's waste your time. Use the RPR. Use that kind of stuff just to give them a little with their whistle, right? A little taste. It looks good. RPR is great for that. It looks good. It's, you know, it's gonna be in the ballpark somewhere probably. Usually, not always, but usually. Because you can still, well, wait, RPR, you can still select certain comps, right?
Yeah.
If you do eyeball the comps and flex MLS, but you don't take time to do the adjustments, just select those 3 or 4 MLS that are RPR will pull 25, right? Take all the rest out and then boom, send over the RPR with them. Take you 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Right?
That's the easy route.
That's the easy route. Then when they get a little taste,
Face to
and you get
face.
your follow-up call, because the fortune's in the what? Follow-up. Then you say, okay, it's kind of, you know, I don't really see where, well, you know what, great, this is my preliminary analysis I just do, that's quick and dirty, right? I have a full-blown appraisal style one I've already done for you that I'll just share with you when we meet. Wednesdays or weekends were better. Whatever, right?
And that's something amazing to go over with them, big time.
Yes.
So I like
I'm
that.
telling you, I just, that big aha for me was, this probably was 7 years ago, and I met
You
some
said you
guy.
got that $1 million
And I
list
got it because I
of this.
explained that. He goes, that makes sense. That justifies how I can sell this house. And furthermore, guys, here's the other benefit. How many dumb,
Sellers
agents out there who don't know how to do anything, right? And they're representing a buyer, and they go, your house is overpriced, right? And they have no clue. And you're like, well, dude, did you see the comp? Well, yeah, I think I saw the comp. Okay, but that comp's 1,700 square feet, and your house is 2,200 square feet. Okay, dude, you know how to make adjustments? What's that? No, I don't want to do that. Right? They don't know how to do anything, right? Hey, dude, let me send this over to you, okay? And I'll share it with you, and you can share it with your client because you have no clue how to articulate that to the client, right? So let me do the work for you, send it to you, and all you gotta do is hit like, here you go, Mr. Client, let them look at it because they're probably smarter than you, and then we might be able to do a deal because they'll be able to see why they're not overpaying for our house, right? It helps quantify the value
I like that.
for even agents because they don't know what they're doing, all right? So, sorry, I get my how I respond sometimes.
That's all right.
Can't
You'd
tell me
get an
deals-
actor.
Can't tell me deals,
Could've been
deals
an
have been
actor,
blown up
Kelly.
because the agent wasn't very smart on the other end, right? I mean, it's just, it's like if you just get out of the way, look, you still get 3%, or just get out of the way and let me talk to your client, okay? And we'll get this deal done. I digress. So, that's it.